My name's Patrick Stephenson. I've been invited over here to talk about Septoria and the current situation in the UK with regard to resistance and also the management of the disease within the UK and how I see the future going both for the UK and potentially what might also be happening in Australia. Septoria tritici has been a primary disease in the UK certainly for the last 30 years. As we've intensified agriculture, we've increased the amount of nitrogen, we've tended to drill wheats earlier, all in a battle to ensure that we get the maximum area of wheat in the ground. The consequence of all this, of course, is we increase the disease pressure by creating a suitable environment, particularly for Septoria tritici, to develop. So the evolution to where we've gone is this cultural change that's been in the system, and from that we've managed to create a soup of Septoria which needs continual management. It's been easy for growers within the UK to rely heavily on a fungicide driven answer. By doing that, what we've progressively increased over time is the number of applications of products. So we started off in the 80s where maybe 1 to 2 applications in a season would be where we were. Moving into the 90s, we'd go from 2 to maybe 3. And as we went into the 2000s, we've gone to 3 to 4 applications. So what we've basically done in that period of time is increase the exposure of Septoria to the products we've got available. The consequence of that is well documented in any situation, is by increasing exposure to a natural environment, then the chances of mutations and resistance happening are greatly increased. And we've done that in spades, and we've basically seen the performance of various products fall off over years, some with immediate effect and others as more progressive and slow diminishing performance over a period of time. So that is the background to where we've gone, and I think it's the salient points of this will be very relevant to those areas that get Septoria tritici blotch in Australia. Hopefully there will be lessons you can learn and take forward from this that will both slow any development of resistance down, but hopefully treat it as a minor disease rather than the major disease it's become in the UK. The UK system for selecting wheat varieties, the choice of a variety, the primary aim of getting onto the list is increasing yield from a previous variety that was on the list. This has meant that disease and its resistance in the variety has been a secondary choice, along with standing ability, sprouting, certain aspects of quality as well. So yield has been the driver as we've gone forward. That in itself has tended to create varieties with moderately susceptible as being a primary source of resistance, as opposed to being moderately resistant or resistant. So we add that to other issues and we are already seen to be creating a problem. The moral of the story, as I would see, is that there are important tools that you can utilise that are cultural in control. Trying to limit the number of wheat in a specific rotation is a good. I appreciate there are economic drivers there that make wheat a very profitable crop, but this is all relative to whether you can control diseases or weeds within that as well. There are the aspects of natural resistance within a variety. So I think having a portfolio of varieties that give you those ranges of resistance is important. So growing all one variety with a set resistance is poor. I think fungicides play an important role. I think they've got to be utilised, and the mixed chemistry is vital to ensure that you keep all the tools available in the box, which is cultural, disease resistance and fungicides.